What's going on, guys? So I'm gonna talk about whatever I want to. I've not decided yet. Um, it's written leverage. The word, the newest word I wanna remember, but I've never. Um, I haven't searched it. I haven't searched for the meaning yet, but it's okay. I will. So what am I gonna talking about? So maybe the random. Okay, random topic. It's gonna be random. So give me a random word. Serendipity. What does it mean? Serendipity means the experience of finding something good or useful by chance, especially when you weren't looking for it. Okay. Meeting a future best friend on a random trip was pure serendipity. 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 Okay, I'm gonna put this into Anki. Anki's my own deck. So yeah, meeting a new friend is a good experience, and I haven't I haven't encountered like new friends for a while. Maybe for and in reality, it's not it hasn't happened. It's not happened for I think 3 or 4 years because don't like I don't socialize with people recently. But on SNS, I met or I yeah I've started like communication or I started relationships a lot. So as for SNS, I've been making a lot of friends. That is not deep. Like the relationship whose relationships are not deep. I mean, yeah, it's well, how do you say that? Not sorrow. Swallow? No, no, no. Sorrow is a sad feeling. Wait, what was that? Sorrow is a feeling of distress, right? Deep opposite. Shallow. Okay, shallow. It's just like swallow. Shallow. Of little depth. Shallow. Okay, so the relationships are shallow, really shallow when I make a new friend on SNS. The reason why it is, the reason why they are, is I think because um let me see, let me see. I haven't had an idea about it. What is that? What is that? So I think this is because you don't reveal yourself, or yeah, you always conceal who you are on the internet. Therefore, so for example, when I meet someone who is new to you, and if you don't introduce yourself, they are yeah, you and they have no relationship at all, and you can go away or so. It is not an example. It is so abstract. Wait, abstract. Um, um, yeah, it is not an example. This is not detailed. So, for example, when you meet someone in a in a in a park, and you have a child, and the person also has a child, he or she brought a kid to a park, and you brought your kid to the park, and you and he met in the park, met each other in the park. Then you are still a stranger. You and they, I don't know, you and he are both strangers toward each other because you haven't introduced yourself to them. Then yeah, the relationship is not like built. Yeah, built you haven't built a relationship between you and them. Yeah, not yet. Therefore, you are still stranger. So if you go away from the park and you if you never meet that person, you don't need to care about the person and how you look or how they think about you. Therefore, um, the relationship is so shallow then. But once you introduce yourself to that person and they come to know you, they come to know of you, know about you. Yeah, they come to know about you. And also if they introduce themselves. No, maybe it depends only on you. So if they introduce themselves to you, if they introduce themselves to you, then nothing changes because you haven't introduced yourself to them. They don't know about you. Yeah, he or she doesn't know about you, doesn't know who you are. Then you can go away. You can go away and they can forget about it. Yeah, of course they forget about you. Forget forget or even yeah, they don't even know who you are. Therefore, it's not that the thing is not like they forget who you are. They even remember yourself. They even remember you. Yeah. They didn't even remember you. They didn't even remember you. They didn't even know you. Yeah. So, so the thing is, you need to introduce yourself to a new person, in order to make the relationship deeper. Otherwise, the relationship is still shallow and you can break it easily and you can go away. You have a way to escape from the relationship. So, on SNS, going back to the main topic, on SNS, you can go away from the um, shallow relationships because you conceal yourself, conceal who you are, conceal your name, or conceal your age, conceal your face. So no one actually doesn't know. No one actually knows you. No one actually knows about you, and has no idea. Yeah, they have people have no idea who you are. Even even if they are an actual friend in reality, if you conceal yourself, you don't have to be remembered or known by people on the SNS, on the internet. Yeah. So so you need to um kind of disclose or reveal yourself, and expose yourself to people's recognition. Not recognition. Wait, recognition. It's like the act of getting praise from someone. Acknowledgement of something exists. Okay, so can be, could be appreciation. Okay, okay, recognize. So yeah, it can be recognition. Yeah. So Recognition can be this one. So the act of getting praise from others, that is recognition, and also identification or something or person from previous encounters or knowledge. So if someone remembers you, recognition happens because they know the next time you meet them, they remember you. If they remember you because of the first meeting, it is recognition that happens in their head. Yeah. Oh, I know you. They will say. They will say, I know you. Yeah. So that is recognition. So you need to expose yourself to a person's recognition, people's recognition. You need to be remembered in order to make relationships deeper. So when I meet a new person on the internet, I would be careful because it is scared. It is scary. I'm scared of um. It is scary for me to expose myself. First, expose myself to expose my information, personal information to people on the internet because it is harmful to me sometimes. Yeah, often. When I expose my personal information to the internet, do you say on? Expose on? Make visible by covering it. Exposed. Expose something to injury. Yeah, at risk, of course. Expose. Okay. Oh, that is impose. Impose something on something, such as taxes. Tax is imposed on certain goods or, yeah, products, services, anything, businesses. Yeah. So that is impose. Then expose. No, I don't want to. I don't want. I'm scared of. I'm scared of having my personal information exposed on. Yeah, having my personal information exposed on the internet, on people exposed to people's recognition on the internet because um you know anonymous anonymous is adjective, anonymous person, anonymous um adjective, yeah, anonymous, oh, mistake, anonymity, anonymity, state of being unknown, anonymous person, anon, anonymous. What is this? Pseudonym. Pseudonym. Fictitious name, especially one used by an author. Pseudonym. Pseudonym. I wrote under the pseudonym. Okay. Like nickname. Pen name. Pseudonym. Okay. Anonymity. Anonymity. The condition of being anonymous. Okay. So anonymity is like guaranteed on the internet. Therefore, people use internet a lot. But if you but yeah, it can be only in Japan. I don't know, but many people use internet as an anonymous account, and yeah, but many people show who they are, but actually also many people many people use the internet as an anonymous account. Yeah. So anonymity is what makes the internet bigger and bigger, tremendous, and it used by a lot of people, famous. What's popular? Yeah, what makes the internet popular, I think. But if you need to show yourself, show your personal information on the internet, it is like it is only it is used only for it is gonna be mm, if you need to if you need to expose your personal information to the internet, then um you would use the internet only for connecting with people, not many people stop giving opinions about like political issues or something severe problems. Severe? Severe, is it like serious? No, severe problems? No. I don't say controversial problem. Controversy. Controversy. Controversy is a topic. Controversy, disagreement, typically when prolonged, public, and heated. Yeah, so many people stop dealing with controversy, controversial issues because you can be attacked by people. You can be like offended by people. But once again, the attacking people, like offending people, are also anonymous today. Many people, many of them are, many of the offending people are anonymous today. So once you need to show your personal information or name or face, then the people who are offending others, also stop doing that. Therefore, you can you're going to be able to like express yourself or deal with a controversial problem. It is easier. It gets easier. But in reality, so for example, when you express yourself and you express your opinions about political issues, that is, it can be severe. No, it's not severe. Controversial, or if you offend people, not indirectly, then in reality, in real, real life, you can be offended by like attacked by people who disguise themselves. For example, when you in a public place, people can disguise themselves. People can disguise themselves because you don't know who they are. Like on the internet, if you need to expose yourself, expose your information to, yeah, if you need to have your personal information exposed, then it is hard to express yourself or it is hard to attack people. But once you attack people, the internet, no, the real life is much more anonymous. Um, the the real life, um, so in order to tell who you are, you need to show your name or face. But in a real life, you don't have your name on your head or on your body. Therefore, the only proof that shows you who you are, shows you that you are you, is your face or yeah, voice or but mostly the factor is face. That the main factor is your face that proves you are you. The person is you. Yeah. The person is you. That proves that the person is you. So if you need to show your personal information on the internet when you express yourself, then the real life is much more real life. guarantees you guarantees more anonymity than on the internet. Yeah, anonymity. So yeah, it is tough problems though. Problem though. Okay, it's too much. Let's change the topic. What was that? Serendipity is meeting a new friend by chance. No, the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. Serendipity doesn't necessarily doesn't need to be meeting with a new friend, but occurrence of events by chance that is happy. Yeah, serendipity. Shallow, I remembered it. Abstract, recognition, exposed, anonymous. Oh, pseudonym, pseudonym, anonymity, severe, controversy. Okay, another ephemeral, ephemeral, lasting for a very short time, lasting for a very short time, ephemeral. And why do I need to remember this? So it is, yeah, I don't need to remember them because what should I should I ephemeral? How many times do people use this? What? Oh, people use this a lot. Use these words a lot. Ephemeral, lasting for a very short time. So I want to talk about something that lasts for a very short time. Ephemeral. Something that is ephemeral. Ephemeral. Okay. Having a very short life cycle. So there, yeah, I want to talk about it. Talk about something for a long time. Um, over long duration. For long duration. For a long duration. Duration. Yeah, that is that is about the like aim of a person's life. I think that is only happiness. When you seek your happiness, everything gets connected with each other. Um, but once you want to live yourself, like you live alone, to be how oh, I forgot the word. A person who lives alone. It's called wait. Hermit. Hermit. Oh, that is so close. Hermit. Hermit. Yeah, hermit. What is this? A person who lives a solitary life. Hermit. Recluse. Recluse. Do you actually say that? Hermit. Yeah, hermit. So, yeah, people sometimes want to be want to have a life set like just like hermit. People want to be alone because the relationships are complex and her like offensive to your yeah, unpleasant, sometimes unpleasant. And you gotta think like you come to think like no relationships are better than lots of relationships. But yeah, sometimes a lots of relationships can be worse, the worst sometimes. But you need some relationships because once you live as a once you live as a yeah, since you live as a person, as a human, if you are staying alone, solitary life, solitary solitary life, yeah, lonely life, solitary life. If you are in solitary life, solitude, soul, the state of situation of being alone. Okay, solitude, solitude. So if you are experiencing solitude, then who can define who you are? How can you define yourself? How can you define who you are? It is always happening like when you decide no, that is not decide, define yourself or distinguish yourself and other people. Like you cannot distinguish you and other everything else. So for example, when you live with your wife or husband, you can define yourself compared to them. Um, they are they they don't feel they don't often get angry, but I often get angry or more, yeah, more than them, um, more frequently than your wife. If you get easily angry, then you are the person who easily gets angry. But if your wife often gets angry and you don't do, mm, your wife often gets angry and you don't, then compared to your wife, you are the person who doesn't get easily angry easily. Doesn't get angry easily. But yeah, once you get in society, lots of people are there are lots of people around you, and you can compare yourself to the other person with the other people. Then you can define yourself, distinguish yourself, distinguish yourself and everyone else. Then you can define yourself, who you are, or what you are like. So everything is comparison. And yeah, but you don't need to compete against people. You don't need to compete against people because competing is not the only way to be compare with you and compare with you and the other people. Not only the way, not the only way. Yeah, not the only way. So once you want to, if you want to define yourself, not by competing against people, others, then you can, for example, you can look at a similar person. Mm, you can look at the similar. You can look at the person have who has the who has a similar background, or then you can see your position where you are. Who you are is all connected to where you are. And yeah, people often, yeah, modern people tend to think like think about who you are, but actually, what you should think about is the thing you'd better think about is where you are. Because once you are saturated with the thought of who you are, you need to define yourself by competing with people. That is difficult. Not by competing with people, define yourself. To that is difficult to define yourself not by competing with people. Yeah, I'm talking about the different things. The opposite things. Yeah, the opposite. So when you define yourself, you should define where you are by looking around or by looking around, and then you can use your relationships. So once you have a relationship, you can see where you are. You have people around you, and you know they who where they are. You know where they are, but you don't know where you are because you've never thought about it. But once you can see people around you, that is where you are. Sometimes, yeah, often, but it's not always. It is often it it is often the case that you are where the other people are, where the other people around you are, where people around you are. You are where people around you are. Yes, but sometimes you are exponential. Exponential. No, exceptional. Exceptional. Yeah, unusual, not typical. Exceptional. Exceptional. If you think that you are exceptional in your society, in your group, then you can compete with yourself. Not do not compete against other people. Compete with compete with largely interchangeable, meaning to strive to be more successful than someone else, but against often implies a more direct, targeted, confrontational rivalry, rivalry, competition for the same objective or for superiority in the same field. Rivalry, rival, rival. Give me a person. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.